Hey everybody! So today we're going to take a look at the second version of these Rokr Marble Run sets. So this is from their Parallel World series. So there's two different versions of these as of the making of this video. I'm hoping they'll come out with more of these because I really like these. So I did a previous video of the other version of this. This one here is called the Future City. Now this is very similar to the first one I made. It's got the same lifting mechanism on the side here, the same cabinet that holds everything. And what I like about this kit is Rokr mostly does wood kits, but they're kind of getting into these plastic model kits, and I think they're doing such a great job with these. Now, these little sections in here, they're little sub-assemblies, and you put them all together. They're a lot of fun to put together. They just fasten into the back of this box. The whole thing has got a ton of lights in it. There's a nice electronic circuit that goes with this. It's all plug and play. It's great. And then you just kind of build all these little sections and insert them in. And the balls have a whole bunch of little roadways and little loop-de-loops and little, compartments and things that they can go in. I think what's interesting about this one's kind of got this little crisscross thing going on. I'm curious to see how the lighting is going to look on this. Now, on the back here, now I showed this on the previous video, they have two models of these right now. So these two are the same and these two are the same, but you can combine these. So for instance, you can put two next to each other or two on top of each other and the balls will go through all of it. Or if you buy two of each model, you can put four together. I don't plan on doing that. When I show this, I'll put the one I did in the other video. I'll put it next to this so we can see them both running together. They'll be on two separate power sources. But these are a lot of fun to build. So let's take a look at the parts on the inside. Okay, so now let's go ahead and open this up. The parts on these things are really nicely done, and they're very much like a model kit, and it's very easy to put together for the most part. Here's the instructions, and we'll take a look. Well, I'll just flip them real quick, but you can kind of see the instructions are very clear, and they're very good about where the wires go and everything else on here. And this looks very similar to the one I built before. In fact, I built two of the other ones because if you watch that video, I actually lost one of the bags of parts and I ended up having to buy another one in order to get the video out in time. And then there's different, when you see in the instructions, these yellow areas, those are the alternative builds so that if you decide to make it so that they're connected to another one, then you can follow the instructions this way. So it's very nice the way they did it. Otherwise, you just follow the regular instructions. I always build the A version. But here you can see all the parts. The parts fit really good. This is like, as I mentioned before, they're kind of like a Bondi kit. All right, so here we go. These are the cardboard inserts. And some of these, I think light can come through these. And these holes are for where the sub-assemblies connect in there. It's got a nice looking neon kind of otherworldly look to it. These are the parts keys that are great to have in case you're a little confused as to what things are what. The parts are all labeled, so it makes it nice and easy. This is the clear window that goes on the front of the box. This will be able to open and close so you can get inside if you need to. That's the back plate to the box. These kind of give you an idea of how the parts look. You just snip the pieces off and then make sure you cut any excess that are on there. And this I think is the shelf that goes on the top. Look at that. This is neat. This is another one of those pieces at the top. Light will shine through this, and it makes it look like this cityscape is lit up. It's very nice. The pieces are great. Here is some more. Now see how they're all labeled like A? So there's, you can't mess this up. There's A, B, there's C, and so everything's all labeled. This is what I really love. These pieces are already painted, and the paint job on these are fantastic. I mean, look at that. Really, really nice. That's what I love about these kits. The text is nice and clear on them. Ooh, that's neat. So there's all kinds of neat stuff on here. I really love these parts. Oh, they're fantastic. Here is another section. So that's D. Some of these are structural. A lot of them are cosmetic. Look at that. This has got the purple. The other kit had blue. Now these got the clear purple, and these also have the nice graphics on them. Look at that one. Oh, these are so cool. I hope they come out with more of these kits because I'll buy all of them. These, I think, are the connectors at the end. When you put the electronics on, these are the wire tidies. Let's see on the side here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, these parts are so good. I love it. What else do we got here? And I love how there's graphics on a lot of these. Look at that little purple color. I like the color schemes that they've chosen on a lot of this. Oh, these are those little ramp things. These are those little crisscross things. I've wondered what they look like. Oh, they're actually kind of like a little curve section right there. There's should be 2 of them in there, so that's really neat. This is the main. Oh, here's one more bag here. Oh, wow. These are, ooh, that's nice. It's a nice clear piece. Oh, these parts are just nice. Here's the main box. So this is how you're going to put everything together. Everything just pushes into these holes, and they push very nicely. Everything fits really good. Back here is where the electronics are going to go. See how it's inset, and the wiring and the circuit board, and then the little wire tidies will push into there, and then a cover goes on it. So it's very well done. Let me see here. Oh, there's another bag here. Ooh, these are those little things. I was wondering what these were going to look like. These are those little things near the bottom. I think the light might come in between those because there's these little spacers here. Oh, that's going to be cool. Now this here is usually the electronics, and they give you these really nice tools. These screwdrivers, these are wonderful. I've mentioned it before. They got a really tiny Phillips head. They got this turning thing here. It makes it easy for you to screw and unscrew things. And this is a little magnetic thing. I'm not really sure. I didn't really use it on the last one. I did have to use this part of it to push in a circuit board in one part. And then here's these. So like in the other kit, the 1B has got the main circuit lights in here. So it's all plug and play. You can just plug it into the main circuit board. I love it. No soldering necessary, thank goodness. This is the main circuit board that goes on the back. And then here, oh, we got some kind of, I'm not sure what those are. That's interesting. Tiny screws, some rods right there. That's probably the button to turn it on. It's a touch sensitive button. It's very cool the way they did that. These are the balls, and on the last kit, I used all of them but 2 because I didn't want to overload it. But it's good to have extras because sometimes you lose those kind of things. Some more screws right here, and you'll notice everything is labeled, so they tell you which ones to use. It's really nice. And some really tiny ones. These screws are really small. They give you extras. This is for snipping off the parts off these parts trees. You can snip them off of there, but I just use my nippers that I use for my models. And this is the USB cord, although I did buy, they don't give you the power block. I had to buy, what was it, like a 5-volt, 1-amp power block, because that's what they suggest. I just got them on Amazon, and I got like a 6-foot cord so that I can, because these are just too short. These are way too short, but it's USB-C to C. All right, so then this one, you get a lot of stuff in these kits. It's amazing how much you get. This is the entire build for the lift mechanism. So it's a separate thing, and it comes with its own separate instructions on how to build the lifter, and it also has its parts key. And then this is the main box for it to put it together. See if I can get, there's a lot of stuff in here. So that's the main box, the lifter for it. This is, you can see the ladder mechanism where the balls go up. These are, I think some of these are used, some of these you won't use because they are used for the alternative builds, depending on which one you build. There's the circuit board to run the whole thing, and this probably has the motor in it as well, I'm guessing. Oh, there it is right there. It's a little motor that runs the whole thing. It's pretty amazing. There's some gears, and this thing is pretty easy to put together for the most part too. These are some other pieces that you may or may not use. That's the little section that the balls first drop into in the entire maze. And now they give you these now. Oh, these are the clear panels that go on the front, and then the solid one on the back. And then these are, you'll either, I don't think you'll use both of these. If you're doing this where it's a separate build, you will use the shorter ones right here. But if you're going to use one, if you're going to combine them, one on top of the other, you'll use the longer ones. These are the ladder things that they kind of go up and down, and the ball kind of goes, it kind of gets fed by those. So it's really neat. So there you go. That's all the parts. So it's a very fun thing. I can't wait to get started on this. And if there's anything interesting with the build, I'll go ahead and show you that. But otherwise, I'll just show you when it's all built. All right, here it is all finished. Oh man, I love these sets. The more I'm building them, the more I love them. So just like the first one, this one went together really, really good. It's very well designed. The pieces look really good. The painting on it is done really well. The lighting looks fantastic. Now, when you first start it up, I think I mentioned this in the first one. It might get stuck a little bit, but I think what I was doing wrong is I was putting all the balls in there at once. So what you should do is go ahead and turn it on. That little button's right down here, and then just feed them in. You can put them in from the side right here. There's a little hole right down there. Just put them in one at a time, and then let the feeder kind of move them up there, and then that way you're not overloading it because I think it was just that they were getting stuck down there at the bottom. So. I think that's probably the best thing to do. But let me show you all this really cool stuff going on in there. Now this one is pretty much like the first one I did a video on, where it's got the same feeding mechanism here on the side. Of course, you can stack them and you can build them differently so that you can have them one on top of the other, side by side or whatever. But I'm just going for the simple A version, as they call it. Now this does have the window that opens on the front just like the other one. And I like that, so that in case a ball gets stuck in there, you can get to it. But here on the top now, this is a shelf that goes in here. You build this part last and it slides into there. There's little slides that you put in there early on into the build. The balls come out there, go down this ramp. They go through this cool looking bridge kind of thing. There's a hole that it drops into, and then it goes into this bridge down through here. And then this is one of these flip-flop things. So depending on which way it goes. So if it goes that way, it drops into there, ends up going down this ramp across this little bridge, drops onto this little, I don't know what you call it. It's a neat little, I like this whole crisscross thing they got going on. Goes down there and you can see it kind of goes back into the back right there. And then it comes around here and I think it ends up dropping down into this thing. It's like one of those little bowls where the ball goes around and around. Drops into this, goes around that corner, actually drops over there, goes around this corner, drops into that hole and goes into this second level, which is neat because it's got that clear piece. And then eventually it goes off into the background where it gets fed back into the feeder. Now in this one, if it goes this way, it goes across this bridge, and I like this little wheel. It'll hit this little wheel right there, and it goes in here. Now I wish that they hadn't covered this up. See that little cylinder back there? It's got a cool little corkscrew thing where the ball kind of goes through like a little corkscrew, which you can't really see it because these things are covering it. And it's really too bad because I really thought that was kind of a cool looking thing. It was really fun to build that part. And then from there, let's see, where does it go? I think that one drops into that bowl. So somewhere over here, it goes down some other ramps where it goes around this corner. You can see there's a little way for it to kind of go through there. It's got this neat little tunnel that it goes through, and then it's got this tunnel right here. This was another fun section to build. It's got some clear purple pieces and these ring things, and then these light up. I'll show you the lights here. And then eventually it drops down into there, and then I think it ends up dropping down into the feeding thing down there. So it's pretty cool. A lot of really neat things for the balls to travel through. All right, well, let's turn it on so you can see how it works because it's awesome. All right, so let's go and start this up. Love the touch button here. Now we'll do it in the light first so that we can kind of see what's going on here better. We'll let the balls get caught up here. Okay, so here you can start seeing them coming out of there. I love all the different pathways that the balls have to go through. It's kind of noisy with the window open. There's that little wig-wag thing you can see going on. And you can see they'll drop out here and then go down that bridge. I love that little crisscross thing going on. It's very cool. And then it eventually drops down in there. And it goes through this thing. I love that tunnel right there. It's very neat. I'll turn the lights down here in a minute so you can see what it looks like in the dark because it shows the lights are amazing. Now up here you can see where the balls come over here. I love when it hits that little wheel. It goes down in that corkscrew, which you can see they go through so really fast so you don't really get to appreciate the way it goes in there. I kind of wish it had a slower way of going through that. But it drops down into this thing. See that little bowl, how it kind of spins around in there? Sometimes it just drops right in. But I like when they can go around like that. And I love how it goes through this thing. That's so cool. I love it. Okay, now let's turn the lights down so we can appreciate what it looks like in the dark. There we go. All right. Now the camera's washing out these colors, but these colors are really nice. Like that's a really nice purple. It's kind of washed out right there for the cityscape in the background. You can kind of see what the lights are doing. I like that one, how it just kind of blinks. It says fall. And then this one here changes from blue to red. I think there might be a sensor on there so that when the balls go through, that's when it knows to blink. I'm not really sure. I like this blue one right here. It has kind of a chasing effect. See how it kind of moves from side to side like that? You got this cool little V. And then there's a little light back. Let's see, where is it? It's back here somewhere. Maybe it's, oh, it's down there. See that little light back there? And I really like this part. These lights have various kinds of patterns and colors going on right there. That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I just love it. It's kind of hypnotizing to watch. Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, so let me bring the other one in that I did another video on, the first version of this, and then we'll put them side by side so we can check out what they look like when they're both running. Okay, so here are the two of them side by side. That's the one you saw in the previous video. So you can build it so that you can have them side by side like this. All right, so first I'll show you what they look like in the light. So let's go and turn these on. All right. You can see how they're both going. Oh, this is cool. This is the first time I've run these two things together like this. Sorry for the light reflection here. It's hard to film these without getting so much light reflection on it. These are great. Let me see if I can kind of move this over a little bit. There we go. There, we're not getting so much glare now. They're really noisy having two of them going. I can't imagine having four. Oh, these are so cool. All right, let's turn the lights down so we can check them out in the dark. Turn this one down here. There we go. That is awesome. I'm really surprised how good these work because, you know, usually with these kind of things, something gets stuck somewhere, something doesn't work right. No, these are so well done. Rokr does such a great job on this stuff. By the way, this is not a paid promotional video or anything like that. I just always have to make that clear because I think a lot of people think I get paid to do this stuff, and I don't. I just find this stuff that I think is really cool, and I know a lot of you out there like this sort of stuff as well. And then this helps a lot of people find out that this stuff is available. So you can go out and buy these things and build them. These are so fun to build. Absolutely love it. It's crazy. It's crazy how noisy they are. These will also run for about, I think they'll run continuously for about 5 minutes, and then they shut themselves off. I think it's, at least this one did it earlier when I was messing around with it. Oh man, I love these things. Absolutely love them. All right, so I had to check what the price was on here because I forgot. These run at $65 is how much these run, but on Amazon they had a 10 or 15% coupon on there, and I think that's how I got this one on sale. Now, Amazon doesn't have this one yet. They probably will start carrying it, but they don't have it yet, so I had to buy this one directly from Rokr, and they shipped it pretty quick too. I got to say, their shipping was really fast. But these are fantastic. So if you like building these sort of things, this is right up your alley. They're very easy to build. The instructions are nice and clear. There's no painting or anything like that. The electronics are all plug and play. And you can build them so that they are stackable or whatever. But I have mine running on 2 separate power cables. But it's very nice. I love it. Oh, these are so cool. I love these things. I hope they come out with more. I hope they'll come out with more designs. I mean, it'll probably still be the same basic cabinet, but they can do all kinds of limitless things on the inside of these. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.